Why is story important? I'll tee that up for you.
Oh, well, geez, I bet a lot of our listeners and viewers could tell us why story is important. Story is a centuries, millennia old way of sharing information and involving the emotion component of that information to persuade, right? So story is important because we are really wired for story. We want to understand things in a certain structure, and story makes that easy to do. Mm-hmm. So if you've thought about or looked at or remember learning that dramatic story arc from high school, right? You've got your setting and your rising action, the climactic moment where the hero comes in, the falling action, and then the resolution to the story. That structure is just burned in our brains because we see action, progress. We are watching someone struggle, and we intuitively put ourselves into the position of the character in the story, and that is how we relate to them. And so story is just key. There are so many ways to play with it, and it's a way that we are wired to understand and to be in relationship to the speaker. And I think that's probably the best part of story, is that it involves the audience in a unique and powerful way.
Yeah, I love the visual that you said, where it's, as the audience member, I'm being put in the middle of the experience, so that the speaker, by crafting an effective story, is letting me, the audience member, participate.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, the speaker's job is a pretty big job, but when you think about being in an audience, the best kinds of speaking events are those where you get to sit back and really just enjoy what you are seeing. And it is not any work. And that is, I'm going to repeat that. If you are in the audience and you enjoy what you're seeing and hearing, that speaker has done a very good job crafting that message. And they've worked very hard, and they're making it look easy. But you all know what I'm talking about when you're in the audience and you are having to work. You don't understand the terminology. They've skipped past some very basic information that would have been very helpful to explain their idea. And so good messaging takes a lot of thought, and that's what this triangle helps people do. It helps them understand that a lot goes into great messaging. You can't just sketch it out and grab, the floor and start going. Mm-hmm. It has to be crafted. It's a creative art.
Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of excitement from you about story. So could you just tell me, what's your relationship to story?
My relationship to story? Well, that's a great question. I think I have always seen my life and other people's lives as stories unfolding. Mm-hmm. And so I have a unique ability to look at almost anything that happens throughout my day, my life, my kids' life, my coworkers' lives, people I know, and make it into some kind of insight or meaning. I love to make analogies about certain things, and I'll give you a quick example. I was furniture shopping with my daughter, who's interested in being an interior designer, and we were at kind of this Pier 1 type store, and there was this very cool chair with a tall light that came down, and it was a very, very large light bulb, and it was in front of a mirror, and so you could see, so I took a photo of that so that you could see the light bulb on both sides of the mirror. And it led to several LinkedIn blog posts about, what was your light bulb moment? Or maybe there's someone out there who can see the light that's in you when you can't see it for yourself. So I'm just always digging around for meaning in things like that. And story is all around us. So it's not hard to pick something and run with it.